Okay, and the last one is repossession. The last subtopic is repossession. Repossession happens, as I said just now, it is the duty of the hirer to pay monthly installments without fail. So if he doesn't pay the monthly installments, then repossession will take place. What is repossession? Basically, the owner is taking back the car. Dan dia akan ambil balik hire purchase goods tu, kereta ke, tak tahulah household goods ke, tak apalah. So dia akan ambil balik. Alright, so there are procedures to be complied with. So you must be able to explain the step-by-step procedures. Before repossession is done, apa yang owner kena buat. During repossession, apa yang owner kena buat. Selepas repossession, apa yang the owner kena buat. So basically there are 5 steps that the owner has to take. So you have to explain them step by step, and what are the requirements to be fulfilled. What happens if the owner does not fulfill the procedures, the requirements for the procedures for repossession. What happens when there's non-compliance? Alright, so basically this is the procedures for repossession. Before the repossession takes place, of course the reason why repossession is done is because there is default. What is default? Gagal bayar. Hirer gagal bayar. Berapa banyak dia gagal bayar? Basically 2 bulan berturut-turut. Okay, 2 bulan berturut-turut. So you must explain berapa default 2 bulan berturut-turut. Tapi kalau hirer dah bayar lebih daripada 75% of the hire purchase price, the owner will have to get a court order. Nah, kalau kurang daripada 75% purchase price, then tak payahlah court order, dia boleh keluarkan the foreschedule notice. Okay, so defaults mesti kena terangkan berapa banyak default. Alright, and then foreschedule notice. Apa tujuan foreschedule notice ni? Basically to give a warning to the hirer, to remind the hirer, look, you did not pay the installment 2 bulan berturut-turut. Okay, speaking of default tadi, kalau dia meninggal dunia 4 kali successive defaults, 4 bulan berturut-turut tak bayar. Kalau hirer masih hidup, 2 bulan berturut-turut. So then the owner serves the foreschedule notice kalau dah ada cukup default. Kalau 1 bulan je tak cukup. Okay, it has to be 2 successive default. Successive means it has to be one after the other, berturut-turut. Katalah January tak bayar, February tak bayar, itu 2 successive default. Tapi kalau January tak bayar, February dia bayar, March dia bayar, lepas tu April pula dia tak bayar, itu tak boleh. Dia tak boleh repossess lagi, dia mesti 2 bulan berturut-turut. Yang dia tak bayar tu memang akan ada interest lah, dia akan adalah penalty dia apa semua, tapi tak bolehlah the owner repossess. It has to be successive defaults. Okay, foreschedule notice, what's the purpose? Basically, as I said just now, to give a warning to the hirer, look, you have already defaulted, you tak bayar 2 bulan berturut-turut, kita akan repossess, kita bagi you 21 hari. So it gives time to the hirer and to take actions within 21 days to pay for the defaults, otherwise the owner will repossess the goods. So what can the hirer do during the 21 days? Basically, he can pay to avoid repossession, ataupun kalau dia tak mampu, pulangkan balik. Pasal apa? Bila dipulangkan, the cost of repossession will not be incurred. Cost of repossession ni kena bayar juga. Dia nak upah, bank nak upah orang untuk tarik kereta, nak simpan kereta tu kat mana. Bank mana ada? Sekarang bank semua banyak tak ada tempat pun nak simpan, tak ada kawasan pun. So dia kena sewa tempat untuk simpan kereta-kereta yang ditarik. Semua ni melibatkan cost. Excuse me. So in that situation, the hirer will have to pay all this cost. Dan sebab dia yang menyebabkan kereta kena repossess. Alright, so kalau dia nak elakkan tu semua, elakkan kos tambahan, dipulangkan kereta tu kalau tak boleh bayar. Okay, so you must explain what is the purpose of the foreschedule notice. What happens if the hirer tak diberi 21 days? If the owner repossess sebelum 21 days, there are cases on that. Alright, so you must be able to explain those cases. Now, the owner carries out the repossession kalau dah lepas 21 hari, no news from the hirer, he doesn't pay for the default. So what do you do? What does the owner do? Carry out the repossession, but it has to be done lawfully. Dia tak boleh tarik masa hirer tengah tidur. Dia kena bagi notis kepada hirer untuk mengesahkan, okay sekarang ni tunjukkan pada hirer, okay, ini adalah surat kuasa saya untuk tarik kereta ni. Okay, sebab usually the bank will employ someone to repossess. Dia bukan kaki tangan bank tu sendiri. Usually dia akan employ orang, agent dia. So dia kena tunjukkan inilah bukti surat kuasa yang bahawa saya ada kuasa untuk menarik balik kereta ni daripada bank. Okay, bila dia tarik balik kereta tu daripada bank, dia kena bagilah satu document under section 16 clause 4 and 16 clause 5. Okay, this is the evidence that I have already repossessed the car, so you sign, hirer has to sign. So tak bolehlah buat masa hirer tengah tidur, hirer tengah shopping, hirer tengah kerja, yang dia tak sedar kereta tu ditarik. Okay, so it has to be done lawfully. You cannot, the agents of the owner cannot cause any harm to the hirer. Tak boleh pukul hirer, tak boleh threaten him with parang and all that, tak boleh. Okay, so you have to see whether the procedures are complied by the owner or not. Now, after the repossession is carried out, then the owner will have to give the fifth schedule notice to the hirer. What is the purpose of the fifth schedule notice? Basically is to inform the hirer, look, we have already repossessed. Now, tak apa, kita bagi chance lagi. Another 21 days for you to take action. If you want to resume possession, you want to get back the car, okay, you've got 21 days. Alright. If you don't, then we will sell it off. Okay, so within that 21 days, the hirer will have to pay, and then the car will be returned to him. Yeah. Now, selling off the repossessed goods, if there's no news from the hirer at all, dah lepas 21 hari, so what the owner will do is that the owner will sell off the repossessed goods, either by way of public auction ataupun someone might be interested, that's to buy the car, alright, so the owner can sell to the individual person by way of private treaty or private contract. Okay, now just because the car is sold off or the car is auctioned off, as I said just now, it doesn't mean that the hirer is free from obligations. Tak ada, kena tengok juga, because as I said just now, bank nak apa? Dia nak duit dia balik. Kalau misalnya dia dah lelongkan atau dijual pada orang lain, it's not enough to cover the higher purchase price of the goods, maka the hirer will have to pay the difference. So jangan ingat, okay, tak apalah, tarik lah, tak ada apa-apa, dah ambil kereta dah lah, janganlah nak suruh bayar-bayar lagi. No, the hirer might still be subjected to pay, if it's not enough to cover whatever amount that the bank managed to get for the from the auction. Mungkin tak cukup, then the hirer will have to pay.